Hi guys, this is Cheryl from Little Piece of Heaven Farm, and today we're going to be doing dehydrating carrots. And I have like 10 to 15 pounds left of carrots that I've canned up. So today we're going to dehydrate them. It'll take anywhere between 8 to 24 hours, all depends. It's been raining out, so there's a lot of moisture in the air, so it might take a little longer. So what I'm going to do is wash these up and get them ready to be cut up and then put into my slicer on my KitchenAid. So we're going to be using my KitchenAid today too. That helps out a lot. If you have one of those, the little slicer gadget, it makes awesome work. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, I'm back after washing all the carrots. Now we're going to cut the ends, both ends, and take off any blemishes like this. You don't want this dehydrating in your dehydrator. We'll just peel that off. I usually leave the peels on my carrots is for you get a lot of your vitamins. Some of these I might have to peel, and we'll go for each different carrots. And the noise in the background is one of my stock pots heating up with hot water. We're going to have to blanch these for like 3 minutes before we put them in the dehydrator. They dehydrate quicker and they rehydrate faster when you put them in soups and stews. So let's get started. And I do have a scrap bucket behind the camera, so I can just put all that stuff in my compost and compost it down this winter for the garden. And one of these days I will do a garden tour. We grow carrots, but we didn't grow a lot this year to can. So at my work we had carrots on sale, that big bag. A lot of people call them horse carrots. They're kind of carrots that they just can't, put in bags and I guess sell to people, but hey, it's good for a horse, it's good for me. And this one I do have to peel. The peeling is pretty bad, but it's okay. So I'll get all this done, and I'll come back and we'll go to the next step. Welcome back, everybody. Now we're going to be slicing our carrots in our KitchenAid with the slicer attachment. It works really, really good. I'm so glad that I invested in this. My husband got me the KitchenAid a couple years ago. I've been wanting one forever, and he surprised me. And I just love the blue color. And the slicer attachment, there's 3 other attachments, blades for this. It does just about everything, but I just love it. Anyway, let's get started. You just fill up the hopper See? They come out pretty nice, and they'll shrink when they get dried, but I don't know if you can see that. I'll bring it closer to the camera. See how thin that is? It dries really, really good. So I'll bring you back when we start putting them in the stock pot to blanch them, and we'll go from there. See you in a few. Hi guys, I thought I'd come back and tell you, I don't think I did previously, that you don't need a KitchenAid and a slicer. You don't have to go to this extreme. Everybody doesn't have one. You can hand cut them, or you can use one of those little choppers or dicer machines, or they're manual. You just slap them. I think they're called a slap chopper. You can use a mandolin. You could use a food processor, or just your own, knife, and slice them up as much as you can, or chop them up. No thicker than maybe like a French fry thickness. That way they'll dehydrate nicely and take up less room in your pantry. And their shelf life is up to 5 years. So yeah, I'm hoping this big stock pot, because I had to change them out, it was getting too full, will fill up 2 half-gallon mason jars. That's what I'm hoping. It might just fill up 1. We'll see. Well, I'll come back when we take everything to the stove to get it blanched. Okay guys, we're at the stove. I found it safer if you put your stock pot that you have filled with your carrots on the stove first, instead of pouring the carrots into the other stock pot with the hot water. We're going to bring this up to a quick boil and simmer it for up to 3 minutes, and set your timer on your stove, and then we're going to drain them, and then we're going to put them in the dehydrator. So we're going to put a lid on this and bring it up to temp, and I'll bring you back to the next step. Welcome back guys. And now we're at the dehydrator. Carrots have been blanched for 3 minutes, and they're pretty warm. And you see this hole in the middle? When you're putting your carrots or anything you're going to dehydrate, they can fall down in the hole. So I was watching a lady, and she's from Canada, and I believe her channel is called Our Half Acre Homestead, and she showed me the perfect idea, and I don't know why I never thought about this, but it works. You take a little jar or a cup, cover your hole. That way when you're putting your items on, that they don't fall down in the hole. And I'm using a big scooper, and just spread them around as even as you can. You don't want a big pile of them. They will separate. And I'm using a Presto dehydrator. This is an older model. It doesn't have any of the temp controls on it. My newer one does, and I haven't even used that one yet. It's still in the box, and I got that one for Christmas. But yeah, let's do one more tray, and I'll finish doing this off camera and then bring you back. And see the big holes? Carrots can sit on those, and they do shrink down kind of small, but I like using these little mesh little holders. And plus the food comes off of them pretty easy. Or you can use parchment paper. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. And using dehydrated carrots or any vegetable, even fruit, it intensifies the flavor on them. It brings out the flavor so much. And like I said, the shelf life is like up to 5 years, and I'll show you later on, probably make a video on how to seal them with a jar sealer that I have, so they'll be airtight. Okay guys, this is what you do, and you just keep building your trays, and I'll bring you right back when I'm finished. Okay guys, I have the dehydrators all loaded up, and I had to break out my new one, so I'm excited about that one. I have a total of 10 trays, dehydrating carrots, 6 on this one, 4 on the new one, and I will see you back in 8 to 24 hours, and I'll show you how they turned out. Stay tuned. Hi guys, it's the next day. Everything has dehydrated, and they turned out pretty nice. So this is the end product. You want it kind of crunchy. I don't know if you can hear that, but I'll put it closer to the camera. That's how crunchy you want them. And we're going to fill up a half-gallon jar, mason jar, and I'll show you what that looks like. This size mason jar. So let me get all these off the tray and fill up the jar, and I'll come right back. Okay guys, well, we got a total of a half-gallon jar full of carrots and almost a whole quart of carrots. So that's almost a whole gallon out of 10 trays, right? So yeah, so it's another way to store food for the winter, and that their shelf life is 5 years. So you can put them in soups and stews, rehydrate them, and just munch on them however you see fit. You could also rehydrate them and to make a carrot cake. They're pretty good, and in drying them, it makes the flavor more intense, and I love it in a pot roast. It's just take a half a cup and throw some in there, and it's a game changer. Absolutely. Anyway, thanks for stopping by the farm today, and we'll catch you on the next video. Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye.